Today our topic is the art of getting back up after failing. Life is not a straight path. It is full of ups and downs, twists and turns, successes and failures. No one is perfect, and everyone fails at some point. The key to a good life is not avoiding failure, but learning how to deal with it, how to get back up, and how to keep moving forward. Failure is not the end. It is just a part of the journey. Think of failure as a teacher. It teaches us lessons that success cannot. When we fail, we learn about our weaknesses, our limits, and what we need to improve. Failure shows us what doesn't work, so we can find what does. It is through failure that we grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. But getting back up after failing is not easy. It takes courage, patience, and a strong mindset. Let us talk about how we can master this art. First, we need to change how we see failure. Many people see failure as something bad, something to be ashamed of. But this is the wrong way to think about it. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. Every great person in history has failed at some point. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team before becoming one of the greatest players of all time. J.K. Rowling was rejected by many publishers before Harry Potter became a worldwide success. These people did not let failure stop them. They used it as fuel to keep going. So, the first step in getting back up is to stop seeing failure as something negative. Instead, see it as a stepping stone, a necessary part of the process. Second, we need to accept failure and take responsibility. When we fail, it is easy to blame others or make excuses. We might say it was bad luck or someone else's fault, or that the situation was unfair. But this kind of thinking does not help us grow. To get back up, we must accept that we failed and take responsibility for our actions. This does not mean we should be too hard on ourselves. It just means we should be honest about what happened. Ask yourself, what could I have done differently? What can I learn from this? By taking responsibility, we take control of the situation. We stop being victims and start being problem solvers. Third, we need to practice self-compassion. Failing can hurt. It can make us feel disappointed, frustrated, or even ashamed. But it is important to be kind to ourselves during these times. Treat yourself the way you would treat a friend who is going through a tough time. Remind yourself that everyone fails, and it is okay to make mistakes. Do not let negative thoughts take over. Instead, focus on what you did well and what you can improve. Self-compassion helps us heal and gives us the strength to try again. Fourth, we need to set small, achievable goals. After a big failure, it can be overwhelming to think about starting over. That is why it is important to break things down into smaller steps. Set small goals that you can achieve easily. For example, if you failed a test, your first goal might be to study for 30 minutes a day. If you lost your job, your first goal might be to update your resume. Small goals help us build momentum and confidence. Each small success brings us closer to our bigger goals. Remember, Rome was not built in a day. Progress takes time, and that is okay. Fifth, we need to stay positive and focus on the future. It is easy to get stuck in the past thinking about what went wrong and what could have been. But dwelling on the past does not help us move forward. Instead, we should focus on the present and the future. What can we do today to improve our situation? What are our goals for tomorrow? A positive mindset is crucial for getting back up. It helps us see opportunities instead of obstacles. It reminds us that failure is not permanent and that better days are ahead. Sixth, we need to surround ourselves with supportive people. When we fail, we need encouragement and support from others. It's important to have people in our lives who believe in us, who can lift us up when we are feeling down. These people can be friends, family, mentors, or even strangers who inspire us. They can give us advice, share their own experiences, or simply listen when we need to talk. On the other hand, we should avoid people who bring us down or make us feel worse about ourselves. Surround yourself with positivity and people who want to see you succeed. Seventh, we need to practice patience and persistence. Getting back up after failing is not always quick or easy. Sometimes it takes time to recover and rebuild. We might face setbacks along the way, but we must not give up. Patience and persistence are key. Keep going, even when it feels hard. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. As long as we keep trying, we are moving in the right direction. 8. We need to learn from our mistakes. Failure is only valuable if we learn from it. After a failure, take some time to reflect. What went wrong? What could you have done differently? What did you learn about yourself? Write down your thoughts and use them to make a plan for the future. Learning from our mistakes helps us avoid making the same ones again. It also helps us grow and become better versions of ourselves. 9th, we need to embrace change and adaptability. Sometimes failure happens because our plans were not right for the situation. In these cases, we need to be willing to change our approach. Be open to new ideas and new ways of doing things. Flexibility is a sign of strength, not weakness. The ability to adapt to new circumstances is a valuable skill that will help us succeed in the long run. 10th, we need to celebrate our efforts, not just our successes. In a world that often focuses on results, it is important to remember that effort matters too. Even if we fail, we should be proud of ourselves for trying. Celebrate the courage it took to take a risk, the hard work you put in, and the lessons you learned along the way. Success is not just about winning. It is about the journey and the growth that happens along the way. Finally, we need to remember that failure is not the end of the road. It is just a detour, a pause, a chance to regroup and try again. Life is full of second chances, and every failure brings us closer to success. The art of getting back up after failing is not about being perfect. It is about being resilient. It is about having the courage to face challenges, the wisdom to learn from mistakes, and the determination to keep going no matter what. So, the next time you fail, do not give up. Take a deep breath, pick yourself up, and keep moving forward. You are stronger than you think, and your best days are still ahead.